Touchdown Friday Night is sponsored by these local businesses.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Touchdown Friday Night, one of the largest high school football shows in Tennessee and Virginia. I'm Kenny Hawkins, along with my partner in crime, Mackenzie Kane, and tonight we are packed. 18 games over 2 days, so we don't even have time to chit-chat. So let's get this party started. Here's Mackenzie with our Southern Pools and Spas top tackle of the night. Mackenzie?
Yeah, Kenny, our top tackle
is sponsored by Southern Pools and Spas.
Kenny, our top tackle of the night took place over at Holston, and East Montgomery's Dakota Lawrence and Kellen Stewart stopped the Cavs' Desmond Mickens by picking him and then throwing to the ground. Kind of makes you feel like you're at the rodeo right now. That is our top tackle of the night, Kenny.
He's like this. He's like this. 8 seconds right there. Thanks, Mackenzie. We start tonight on Warrior Hill, where it's the temporary home of the Hampton Bulldogs, who hosted the Johnson County Longhorns. Both teams came into the game unbeaten. Who would stay unbeaten? We take you to the second half. Bulldogs lead 14-12 with the ball. On the snap, quarterback fumbles. Longhorns, Jaden Kimball is the first man on it. Johnson County takes possession after recovery. Hampton has it back now. Quarterback Connor McKinney comes back with a vengeance as he keeps the snap, gets to the outside, goes all the way to the end zone. Bulldogs strike first in the second half to make it 20-12. In the fourth quarter now, Longhorns have it, looking to throw, and the pass is picked off by Brock Shelby, who gets all the way to the 32 before being knocked out of bounds by Kimball. Now Hampton is in the red zone. McKinney finds Shelby inside the painted turf as the Bulldogs extend their lead and never look back, beating Johnson County tonight 36-20. A halftime speech was all it took to get Hampton fired up in the second half.
I don't know how many yards and penalties we had in the first half, but it seemed like every big play we got a penalty on. So we had to go back and fix those things and tell them, you know, there's a fine line between blocking and doing your job and then doing too much. And I think a lot of times we were just trying to do too much.
I think that our coaches give amazing halftime speeches and just realize what we need to improve. They let us know what we need to improve and we improve it.
We got more energy during the second half. The first half we're a little bit slow, like not rushing and all that. But then the second half came around, we just hammered it. Like play after play. They just got wore out and then quit before us.
Like a good halftime speech, right, Kenny?
That means Michael peeled the paint back on that locker room tonight. Hampton over Johnson County by the final 36-20. It was Hardin Valley beating Mo East tonight 34-0. We now go to Burke Toney Stadium. Toppers taking on the Trojans of Morristown West. 7 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. The Trojans, Riley McClennan tosses it to Malachi Monroe, who's stopped by Keontae Harris, who refuses to let Riley slip by. Just 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Toppers Ian Mathis makes a big drive, nearly reaching the end zone before being taken down by Christian Evans. Mathis stretches for it, but the Trojans aren't giving up an inch. Next player, Malik Anderson, drives it straight through the Trojans defense into the end zone for the touchdown. The kick is good. Toppers led 7-0. They didn't look back. They went on to win easily tonight by the final score of 41-12. It was Franklin Christian beating Providence Academy tonight 35-24. Upperman, the fourth-ranked team in the state, making a journey across the state to face the Greeneville Green Devils. The visitors behind, but not for long. Quarterback Brosden Chafin scrambles to the left, makes the late pitch to Jaleric Cullum, who races into the end zone for the score. But Greeneville will strike back. Caden Baugh makes the right read on the read option. Baugh cuts it outside, gets to the inside and the end zone for the score. This one was close, but advantage Green Devils in the second quarter. Next drive, Upperman with the ball. They're making the most with it. Carmen Phillips finds a gap and he's gone right down the sideline, but a pivotal tackle in the secondary keeps the visitors off the board, and that would be enough before halftime. As we go to the score, it looks like this. Greeneville in a shootout tonight would beat Upperman by the final of 41-33. Tri-Cities Christian winning by 2 tonight. David Crockett looking to bounce back after a tough loss last week to Unicoi County. They're hosting West Ridge. Wolves on this contest. Hunt early in this one. Justice Hilton takes it from under center, gets a block, punches his way into the end zone for the score. Wolves up 7. Next possession, the home team showing some juice. A.J. Wynn with a dart across the middle to Chase Taylor. Taylor muscles his way for a few extra yards. Later in the drive, some trickery in the backfield worked for the Pioneers. Jackson Overstreet's run right down the sideline puts Crockett on the board in the first, but this one will be all Wolves day. Dayton Brown gets the pitch in the backfield, takes it for 6. The Wolves punch it out tonight by the final of 41-10 on the road in Jonesboro. Other scores, it was volunteer. Look at this, volunteer. After losing 24 in a row, they've won 2 straight, and I mean, they blasted teams. They beat Claiborne tonight 50-0.
I mean, I'll say, Kenny, 50 points. Thank you. And, you know, 2 teams that started off on the wrong football field faced off in Stone Castle tonight when Tennessee High hosted Elizabethton. Now both looking for their first win of the season. It was a return of football to the Stone Castle tonight as the Tennessee High Vikings hosted the Cyclones of Elizabethton. We picked this one up in the 3rd quarter. Cyclones already leaving 14-7. Quarterback Rhett Slagle will keep this one for himself right up the middle, extend that lead to 20-7. But here comes the Vikings quarterback, Jack Richardson. He looks to his left, rolls to his right, finds that receiver. He then breaks the tackle, takes it all the way up the sidelines, Kenny. That is a score for 20-13 after that failed 2-point conversion. Now, let's fast forward a little bit. After that, Vikings get the stop. Elizabethton snaps it over the punter's head. He'll kick it out of the back of the end zone for the safety, 20-15. But Cyclones had an answer of their own. Slagle swings it out to Justice Wallen, who walks it in for the score after another missed extra point. It's 26-15. Vikings would score again, but come up just short, losing this one 26-20 to fall 0-2 on the season. Elizabethton improved to 1-1.
Typical Tennessee High is going to be a great game, but you know, my guys stepped up for me today. They played their hearts out. We had a chance to kind of maybe put it away, but those guys stepped up and made plays for us. Hey, these games get you better. I mean, that's why we get them on the schedule. It's week 2, it's early, but we stepped up and made a lot of great plays today. But you know, my guys stepped up. They've worked really hard. This is a big win for us.
Let's take a peek at these scores. Now, it was Elizabethton. They came out on top 26 to Tennessee High's 21, and Union fell to Granger 49-7. Now, J. Fred Johnson Stadium hosting the Asheville Cougars as they took on the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Start of the 4th quarter. Indians here with the handoff to Emmett Starnes. He powers it through for the touchdown. Kick after extends DB's lead to 21-7. Now, the Indians strong on the run game tonight. Kendrick Harris powers this one up the middle, taking 4 Cougars down with them. Look at that power, Kenny. Asheville looking to make that late push. Tay Williams looking downfield. He fires it, and it's TK Davis with that diving catch. Cougars, they're still fighting. Williams hands it off to Davis. He maneuvers around the gaps until he is finally brought down right around that 45-yard line. DB tries but couldn't quite get there. They're down. They fall to Dobyns-Bennett, or I'm sorry, Asheville falls to Dobyns-Bennett 21-7. Let's take a peek at that score. Look at that, 21-7. Then over at Sale Creek, 42-0 over Hancock County. Now let's head on over to Gray, where South Greene took on Daniel Boone High. First quarter, Trip Neese takes the handoff, and now he's not going to skirt one Blazer. He's going to skirt another. He's going to skirt another. He's brought down by that little sea of red jerseys there. Rebels keep the push down to the red zone. Fakes that handoff to Neese. He sold it so well, our camera bought into it. Wow. He runs that to the wide receiver, Charlie Lane, into that end zone. Going to that to 6-0. Blazers still trying to push back. We see that interception there, picked off by Neese again, playing that other side of the ball. They keep going. Boone not giving up. Drew Fleming leading that strong charge into the red zone. He will lunge down for that touchdown. Finally get the lead, 6-7. There is no miss. Look at that, Kenny. There's no miss in that student section.
Out.
We need to get you in a highlighter suit over here. Yeah, so South Greene goes to top of the Trailblazers, 32-17. And over in Seaver County, they beat Jefferson County 41-7. That is 7 down, but still 11 more to go. But first, here is the Daniel Boone Marching Band to help us take a little break.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Cherokee taking on Campbell County tonight. Right from the first play, Eli Lawson tosses it to Braden Graham, who picks up a few yards, getting around midfield and being taken down by Cherokee's Eli Boyd. Next play, Lawson throws it to Kevin Moore, and he gets swarmed by the Cherokee defense, fumbles the ball. Landon Jeffers scoops it up and takes it all the way down the field for a touchdown. Cherokee led this contest 18-0, and Cherokee goes on to win another game. That final tonight, beating Campbell County 33-0. It was Thomas Walker, Virginia over Cumberland, 36-27. We're back in Elizabethton as the Naked Rangers hosting the JI Burton Raiders. In the first quarter, the Raiders go with a handoff to Connor Dorton, who goes left, cuts it back up the middle. No one's going to catch him. J.I. Burton puts the first 6 points on the board with the touchdown. They have it back again in the first. This time it goes to Mark Miller, who is Miller time, who takes off and goes all the way from midfield to find the end zone. The Raiders led 14-0 after just 3 minutes of plays. We go to the scoreboard. J.I. Burton would go on to beat the Rangers tonight by the final of 56-6. Sullivan East Patriots welcome the Black Knights of Chuckey-Doak to town. On the first drive of the game, it's the Patriots junior quarterback Peyton Lingerfelt with the pump fake and perfect pass through the contact to find Hayden Jones for the touchdown. The early 7-0 lead. That was nice. After a stop in the fourth down, the Patriots have the ball back. Lingerfelt rolls out but loses the ball, trying to avoid the pressure, and it's senior Dominique Atkinson in the right place at the right time for the scoop and score 7-7. Into the second quarter now, Sullivan East backed up near their own end zone. Lingerfelt swings it out to junior wideout Devin Bowman, who makes the most of it, picking up 20 yards. Patriots would be forced to punt after a long drive as tailback Marcus Britt taking the handoff from Kipton Ball, slashing through the Patriot defense for the touchdown. The scoreboard looks like this. Black Knights went on to win big 38-21. Mackenzie?
Thanks, Kenny. Thursday night, Happy Valley at home to take on Cloudland. First quarter, second play of the game, Land Parker finds a lane right up the middle. Touchdown for Parker and the Warriors. Missed extra point, that goes 6-0. Cloudland strikes back with the big play thanks to a couple of seniors. You got quarterback Bryce Birchfield connecting with Walker Gouge. He breaks that tackle. He goes all the way to the end zone. We got ourselves a tied game here, 6-6. Now this is going to be a big second half by the Warriors as they 55-20. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. 55-20, Happy Valley. Now let's head on over to Baileytown for West Greene versus North Greene. A little matchup there. We got there just after halftime when the Huskies' Braden Weems takes it in for that touchdown. Now let's head a little bit later in that fourth quarter with about 9 minutes left on the clock. Leon Johnson looks like he's running for a touchdown, but Buffalo's Shane Willott gives him a shot, brings it down, and Johnson would eventually go on. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. Let's see, Huskies win that one, 34-0.
The Gator Light Quick Play is sponsored by Quick Stop Markets.
And now for our quick play of the night, we head to Greeneville. Jude Dyer, he is so quick, he juked out the cameraman and a few Upperman defenders on his way to a 40-yard run down that right sideline. Greeneville would go on to score later on in that drive. That is 11 down, but still 7 more to go. First, here are the Holston Cavs cheerleaders to help us take a little break.
John Battle in Abingdon tonight. Things are not looking too hot for the Trojans as their biggest rival already up 34-0 in the second. Wasn't going to stop. Trojans' Caden Sturgill will try and toss the ball long, but was intercepted by A-Town's Judge Dillo. He'll take the ball and go all the way home. That pick six would make it 40-0. After a change over, A-Town's Eli Brooks will give the ball to Joseph Blake. However, it slips out of his hands. That fumble was recovered by the Trojans' Jacob France. Battle won't have the ball for long on the fourth down. They throw the punt over Hunter Gillespie's head. As we go to the scoreboard, it looked like this. John Battle losing to Abingdon by the final 62-13. Union over Lee 49-14. Coming back from halftime, Bristol, Virginia, where the Bearcats and Rebels were ready for more. Cats will bite first. Deion Graham, last week's player of the week, will slip right through Rebels defense before being brought down, fumbling right before the goal. Luckily, Jaden Linder was there to recover, getting the Cats on the board. It was 27-7. After some back and forth, the Cats are at it again. Graham hands the ball off to Caden Laws, who book it straight into the end zone. zone. That made it 34-7. As we go to the board, it was all Bearcats tonight as they went on to win easily over Patrick Henry 47-7. It was Ridgeview beating Grundy 64-20. Things are heating up in Damascus tonight when the Mustangs came down to take on the Cavs. Cavs will start things off. Caden Richardson will hand the ball off to Colin Widener, who fight through the stands to Stangs to get a touchdown. Cavs are up 6-0. Kickoff time. Cavs will give the ball to Marshall Tate, who will run the ball before being brought down by the Cavs. He fumbles. It is recovered by Widener. This sets things up for Richardson to hand the ball to Eli Tweed, who runs past the Mustangs to score. Cavs extend their lead to 13-0. As we go to the board, it looks like this. That final, it was 49-18. Bluefield beating Graham tonight 20-10. Other scores tonight looks like this. It was Marion losing to Chowee 38-0. Rural Retreat over Fort Chiswell 46-7. More scores from Southwest Virginia. It was Hurley beating Bland County 42-6. Twin Valley by 6 over Castlewood. And also Twin Springs over Northwood are losing to Northwood tonight by the final of 38-21. Mackenzie?
Thanks, Kenny. One of the oldest rivalries in the region, the Lebanon Pioneers taking on the Honaker Tigers for the annual Coal Bowl. Now Honaker hits things off first. Parker Lau will throw the ball long to Tyler Hubbard, and he is off to the end zone. Honaker will lead this game 6-0. Pioneers will fight back. Michael Reese will fight through the Tiger defense right here for that touchdown with the extra point. That'll bring them the lead 7-6. Pioneers, let's take a look at this score, hangs on to win it 49-31. The Richlands Blue Tornado lost in week 0 to Virginia High. Now they will welcome Gate City week 1. Blue Tornado, they storming through the field right here on that first drive inside the red zone. Let's take a look. Andrew Boyd, back corner of the end zone. He finds Riley Perkins. Richland leads 7-0 after the point after. Quickly, Blue Devils had the answer from the get-go. Right around the back 35, quarterback Zane Reed airs it downfield for Caden Housewright. Nothing back but turf in front of him. Gate City knots it up to 7. Now let's take a look at that scoreboard here. Blue Devils going on to win that one 49-28. Take a look at some other scores around. Gate City 49-28 over Richlands. That will do it for our high school football coverage tonight. But if there is a highlight or game you missed, then please log on to our website, WJHL.com. Short after the show, when we come back, Kenny wraps up the day in sports, and better stay with us.